What if being unapologetically me is exactly what sets someone else free? I'm your host, Melinda Dawn of Unapologetically Yours, and it's been a minute. I don't know how many days it's been, a week, close to a week since I've done an episode. I've been busy. I've been so busy and so overwhelmed and thinking about all of the things that need to be thought about, but also thinking about you, thinking about wanting to connect, thinking about wanting to be in my yard, in the chair, although I want a better chair. I want a whole setup so the camera angle is the right angle, and yep, I want perfection. I'm sure that's what it is. And so a friend shared with me that I need to make mistakes. I need to make it a goal, intentionally make mistakes, or at least celebrate the mistakes that I make. And part of that was those who are successful, she suggested, just made a lot more mistakes than I did, right? Or that I have to date. So she challenged me to make 10 mistakes a day. So, as a former perfectionist, I said, "Oh, great. Well, I've already done that." It was the morning time. I've already made at least 10 mistakes this morning. She was like, "Those don't count. Make it 20." Which appeals to my nature of overachieving. It's not. I know you have come to expect me to cry on every episode, but that was not my expectation, that I would get caught up in that moment and over that word. I'm busy. I'm so busy, and I'm I just posted a post last night, and it there were words: I am healed, I am whole, I am blessed, I am highly favored. Could have been another one in there. And those were words that I wrote on a whiteboard at the hospital when I was rehospitalized after giving birth to my second son. And, in those days, the day he was born, and a few days later when I came home, I definitely had fear of dying. And I was given a scary diagnosis as well. And then I decided I am healed, I am whole, I am blessed, I am highly favored. I don't remember what the other one is, if there was one. And sometimes I catch myself, and it's good. It's good to catch yourself with the words that you say. It's good to stop, to rewind, to cancel, to delete what you say. It's important, right? Words matter. So I want to look up. I want to look up something on my phone. I think I text myself. So many years ago, and I don't know who it was that gave it to me, but many years ago, I shared with my cousin who'd been diagnosed with cancer a mantra. And that's what I'm looking for real quick. And I think I may have found it. Okay, so I'm going to share it with you. And write it down. Record yourself saying it, and then you can fill in the blank. So I'm going to say blank. All right, so for my cousin, the blank was the word cancer. So I now and forever release all vibrations, habits, and patterns, and any presence of blank from all of my being, internally and externally, from all of my timelines, from all of my relationships, and from every dimension and space. I shared with her, because I added the internally and externally. I'm always doctoring up something, right? And so I told her internally, meaning all of the cells in your body, and externally, meaning your auric fields and even the space around you. So it could be habits and patterns and presence of, when I was younger, I would have said laziness, although that was a word that was given to me that didn't describe who I was or how I was. It was how my brain worked. I needed, I don't know, some sort of stimuli to do anything. I was frozen. Any presence of whatever, what would be the thing that you would name? Insecurity? I now and forever release all vibrations, habits, and patterns, and any presence of insecurity from all of my being, internally and externally, from all of my timeline, from all of my relationships, and from every dimension and space. That felt pretty good. What else would you want to release? Disease. How about that? I now and forever release all vibrations, habits, and patterns, and any presence of dis-ease from all of my being, internally and externally, from all of my timelines, from all of my relationships, and from every dimension and space. What else do you want to release? Anger, frustration. Certain feelings and emotions are great communicators, though. They are there to teach you something. They're there to inform you. They are there for you to explore, to get curious about. Why am I so angry? Why am I so sad? One of the things that I have realized repeatedly is that, nope, you know what? How about this? I now and forever release all vibrations, habits, and patterns, and any presence of depression from all of my being, from all of my timelines, from all of my relationships, and from every dimension and space. I am super excited about quantum physics, bending time and space, and shortcutting things, and hacks. Yeah. And so I went on this beautiful trip, and right before I went on that trip, I saw the movie A Wrinkle in Time. And it was good. It was just what Dr. Melinda ordered. Actually, Dr. JD, my eldest. We don't have to keep telling the same stories and the old stories and the sad stories. We can delete them. We can change the stories. Did you know that? Did you know you have the power to change history that has already happened? Does it take effort? Likely. Does it take intention? Absolutely. Does it take repetition? Probably. Science is proving these things. There have been all kinds of experiments and studies done where even, and I may have mentioned this and then it's okay because some things are worth repeating, where someone's history of a disease was prayed over or meditated on, and that person had, which let's call it cancer, in the form of a tumor. Tumor's cancer, and there was an x-ray of proof. Whatever it was, there was an x-ray involved, right? And after this series of meditation prayer is done by a collective, the cancer was gone. And when they looked back at the initial original x-ray, guess what was also gone? The tumor. It was gone. I haven't practiced this enough, but it's definitely something that I would love to explore and be intentional about, and just rewrite some of those things. But you can rewrite it simply. So somebody else shared a similar mantra, if you will, and I'm going to look it up. So the person said, the old fear stories can go. When they come back, you have a tool. And this is the tool. Delete, unstory across all timelines and lifelines. It's not mine. Delete, unstory across all timelines and lifelines. It's not mine. When fear creeps up, it's not yours. Delete, unstory across all timelines and lifelines. When confusion comes up, it's not yours. Delete, unstory across all timelines, across all lifelines. Whatever it is, it's not yours. Delete, unstory across all timelines, across all lifelines. Try it out. Try it out. What else do you want to release? I've been training for working with Shea Your Love Diva, and I've spoken to a lot of women. And it's been interesting. It's been interesting to see patterns, and it's been interesting to see the similarities that we have, right? It's been I can't find the word that I'm looking for. I'm definitely glad I'm not dating. I will tell you that much. Although my husband and I finally went on a date Friday. We saw Avatar 3. It was so good. I'm so glad I'm not in the dating world and realm. OMG. But partly I am. I'm being transported to the dating world as I talk to these women and invite them to choose themselves, to invest in themselves. And that by doing so, they are inviting growth and transformation to themselves. So glad I'm not dating. So glad. So glad, so glad, so glad, so glad. Although, that said, when you have the right tools, when you know your worth, when you believe in yourself, and when you hold firm to what it is that you want and what it is that you deserve, I think that's the sweet spot in dating. And maybe that's the problem of dating, the opposite. People don't understand their worth. Women, try to prove their worth, try to buy the other person's love, affection, attention, try to put on all of the faces of all of the, I don't know, what they think or believe this other person might desire or want. They're competing in a race against other women instead of understanding that they are the prize, that it is the man who is to race to pursue you, to win your love and affection and attention, to deserve it. When a man doesn't show up, even after he's promised to do so, it's not about you. It's about him. It's about what his capacity is, what he has, I don't know, the tools for. It's not because you are less than or unworthy. It's because he is unworthy of you to step up and to show up as himself. And so rather than face the mirror, face the music, he leaves. Rather than facing certain pain points or talking it through, or perhaps he just wants something different. And that's okay. Ladies, send him away in love. Accept his departure in love for you, because rejection is protection. Rejection is redirection. And I have found in my past that I was absolutely divinely protected by men who rejected me. They were not worthy of me. They were not worthy of my oceans of love. They did not have the capacity for the oceans and tsunami of my love. And that's okay. And maybe they could have handled somebody else's ocean, or maybe they just needed a puddle of love, or I don't know, a lake of love, a waterfall of love. It was a different type of pressure they were looking for. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. None of it matters. Believe them when they tell you and show you who they are. I remember one guy told me, well, wolves need love too. And so I was thinking, oh, I could be a wolf. Ah. You're too good for me. When they tell you that, believe them, girl, and run. Believe them. Back to Avatar real quick. There were so many beautiful lessons and messages, and I don't want to spoil it because it's fairly new, but I feel like the grief that was portrayed in the movie was so beautiful. It was beautifully done. And there were several other things. It was a long movie, but I enjoyed. My thought was, oh, this is so long. That's great. Sometimes there are movies where it's like, oh my gosh, it's so long. When is it ever going to end? I've read actually that based on how the movie does, because it was presented as the last of the series, that if it does very well, they would consider, maybe they've already started filming. There could be a 4 and 5, which would be so cool because there's definitely opportunity for that. There was a lot of beautiful, beautiful messages, like one, you know, someone has a gift and it's unknown, or you don't understand it, and but you trust yourself and your intuition. And then another message in it was to help, to help somebody else, but to accept help as well, and that there is power in community. That's another message. Is quite beautiful. Quite beautiful. I highly recommend. 10 out of 10. No notes. I have notes. It was so good. It was so good. Oh, so good. I think people clapped at the end of the movie. Yeah, on a couple parts. So I haven't forgotten you, and I haven't abandoned you. I'm here, and you are going to see more of me, and I will be releasing insecurity. So here's the thing, though, I have to say that just popped into my head when I said I'm going to be releasing insecurity. I will add some more things. So let me just try to remember what it was that I wanted to share. So releasing, so replace. Can you remind me? The word is replace. Okay, so insecurity, some insecurities I've had. I started this podcast in July. And I was very excited, and I was very encouraged by other people to just go ahead and do it. And it was so exciting. Also, it was nerve-wracking. And I kept showing up, but there was a voice, there were echoes of the past, if you will. There were words, there were former habits, patterns that suggested to me that I should quit, that I should stop. And then I would get a call immediately.
Morning.
Morning. I would get a call from someone that I didn't know saying, keep going. I actually recently did get a voicemail from someone who shared. She sent me a voicemail, and she is pursuing her dreams and her artistry, and she encouraged me that my artistry and my presence doing this podcast was beneficial to her and an encouragement, and yeah, it was very sweet, and it was a ray of sunshine to the gloom that seemed to be encompassing me. I see other people, oh, I'm doing this podcast and da 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 da, and they have all the little things that are going along with it that I don't have. And it sparked insecurity, somebody else, I got an email. They're starting a podcast with a similar name as mine, and It sparked insecurity, but that is not mine. It does not belong to me. It is deleted across all timelines and across all lifelines. It's not just enough, though, to release. Here is where the word replace comes in. Whatever you are choosing to let go of, please be intentional about what is going to take its place. It's not enough to even forever not have insecurity, because how big is that thing, right? That concept, that belief.
Mom, where's my frisbee that I made?
It's in Mommy's room on top of the humidifier.
What's the humidifier?
The big white thing next to Mommy's bed. I believe that's where it is, or it's in that area. When you remove it, there's a hole, right? There's a space. So fill it. Fill it with something. Fill it with confidence. Release, remove insecurity. Fill it. Choose to fill it with confidence. For me, my confidence when it comes to this podcasting thing is that I have an audience. I have a person or people that I'm speaking to, that I'm tuning into. Those are my people. The other person's podcast might have some overlap. Maybe some of my people are their people. Some of their people are my people. But what they're sharing, what they are emitting, is for their audience, and it's okay.
There's no white thing.
What's that?
There's no white thing.
My love? There's a pillar, and on top of the pillar is a white thing about this tall, and it's round. Michaela Sue and I filled it with water yesterday. Replace what you're releasing with something else. Fill that gap so that it doesn't get filled up with somebody else's nonsense that's not for you, or with some other kind of nonsense that's not for you. What?
Mom, it's not there.
Okay, try to look on top of the dresser. So the chest of drawers, rather. On top. It's in that area, babe. It could be on the floor.
Mommy.
It could have fallen. Yes, love.
Dad gave me some of this.
You can ask Daddy.
Wait. Mom.
Yes? Can you give me a few minutes? Will you give me a few minutes, please?
Give her a few minutes.
Please close the door. Thank you, son. My friend, what just happened reminded me of something a friend shared. It's totally off topic. She noticed when I was talking to my eldest, frustration that was on my face. I don't believe I had frustration on my face in dealing with my youngest, but sometimes it absolutely crops up. And part of it cropping up is how he questions me. And there's a trigger for me being questioned, especially by a child. And that's something that is worth my curiosity and my release. But I also need to fill it with something. Oh, maybe curiosity. Release frustration and replace it with curiosity. Oh yeah, that's a good one. So, the looks of exasperation. And my oldest son, after she had told me this, and ultimately to be careful, because in her parenting experience, she could see how that impacted her relationship with her children. And so I'm very grateful for that it being brought to my attention. So my son, my oldest son, witnessed an interaction between his younger brother and me, and my face just went, you know, like frustration mode. And he was like, "See, that's what I'm talking about," or "Why do you have to something?" And he was absolutely right. And so mistakes, make 20 of them. You guys can make 10. I'm gonna make 20. But catch myself, catch yourself, catch the words that you say. And I also want to invite you, if you say words out loud to other people, that you would stop yourself and say, "You know what? I need to retract that statement. That's not who I am. That's not for me." I delete that across all timelines and lifelines. I I rebuke that. I rebuke it. I am trying to find what my other original words were from years ago that I sent to my cousin. I now and forever release. But you know what? How about those are all the things that we're going to release, right? And I have suggested and encouraged and invited you to fill it up. So how about I now and forever receive and accept all vibrations, habits, and patterns of love. I receive and accept all vibrations of, I don't know. You gotta be careful. Be careful. So I'm not gonna keep saying that because I don't want to,
It's not there.
bring all the
Mom, it's not there.
wrong type of stuff.
It's not there.
I heard you, sweetie.
My frisbee isn't there.
Okay, I can help you find it in a bit. I cannot help you, but I invite you to ask your dad to help you. He is inside the house, and I invite you to send all your inquiries to him.
I'm in the bathroom.
Okay, he's in the bathroom, so that just means you'll have to wait a couple minutes, and that's okay. I can help you, but it's going to take a few minutes too. Okay, because I don't want you to step outside. It's too cold, okay? Your big brother can help you, and your big brother can help you. Kalel, please close the door. Thank you, son. I really appreciate you. Yeah, be careful. Be careful what you invite. Because I don't want everybody else's different kinds of weird love, right? How a cancel. That's another great word Shay gave me. Cancel. Cancel. That's the quickest. Cancel. Maybe that'll be the name of this episode. I don't know. I was thinking I have a name for tomorrow's episode, although I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I know you guys are still waiting for church culture, part 1, 2, and 3. I've not been ready for that one. I release everything that is not for my highest good. Will you join me in that? Make a list. I'm going to make a list. I'm going to make a list and I'm going to check it twice. I'm going to make some songs, y'all. I'm a poet. I'm a songwriter. I am amazing. I can sometimes keep a beat. I am crazy amazing. Famazing. All right, I gotta go. My daughter needs me. As ever, I remain unapologetically yours. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.